Whether you write flash fiction or novels, there's one part of the process you can't ignore: deciding on your story's perspective and tense. That may come easy, but it's equally important to make sure that the AI is on the same page. That's why Sudowrite has launched new point of view and tense settings for your projects. Until now, the way to tell Sudowrite your story's POV and tense was to include it in your Story Bible style box. Lots of authors found it necessary to reinforce that in their extra instructions or in their outlines chapter summaries. Even then, it was occasionally possible for the AI to forget and default back to third-person past tense. Now we have proper POV and tense settings, simple controls that will lock in your narrative voice from beginning to end. You'll find these new settings in your project's Story Bible. Specifically, you'll see 3 new drop-downs in the outline section: one for point of view, one for tense, and one toggle that will allow you to dictate POV and tense on a chapter-by-chapter basis if preferred. Apply these settings to the whole book if you'd like to set it and forget it, or toggle to specific chapters if your book includes alternating POV or tenses. When you do, you see these selectors jump down to the outline's individual chapter summaries. Not sure what your POV or tense should be? The first time you generate or write a synopsis in your Story Bible, Sudowrite's AI analyzes genre conventions and intelligently selects for you, suggesting, say, first-person past for a romance, or omniscient present for a fable. You can always override these recommendations with a click. Once you make a manual selection, Sudowrite will preserve your preference. Every named character in your Story Bible also shows up in the POV menu. Select First Person and Cavendish, and Sudowrite writes from his perspective. Choose multiple characters, and the AI picks the right narrator based on the scene's context. Create a new linked chapter, and its draft box inherits the chapter's POV and tense automatically. You can update it in either place, draft or outline, and the other will always stay in sync. Note that if your POV and tense is set to whole book, then you'll update all future generations as well from the draft tool. In any case, you can change the POV and tense at any time from either place. More of a pantser than a plotter, both the Write button and Expand will also honor your POV and tense settings, ensuring all of your generations stay in check. Whether you're juggling a single protagonist or a 5 POV epic, Sudowrite's POV and tense settings give you the narrative consistency you need without being burdensome on your flow. Try it in your next session, and spend your mental energy on storycraft rather than verb tenses.